Good morning. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones. Today's topic, I'm going to talk about federal income tax refund checks. Federal income tax refund checks. Now, I'm bringing this topic to you because the deadline of April 15th is vastly arriving. So you want to get your taxes done in time so you can get your money back. Now, things that you must understand. When you file your income tax, you can use the old way of doing it, but it's going to take you a longer time to get your money back. Now, there are applications that you can use. I use TurboTax because my business is set up with QuickBooks. TurboTax and QuickBooks are all under the umbrella of Intuit. I like Intuit. I've always liked them. That's what I use. Now you have H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt. I think there's another one out there, Liberty Tax, Tax Act, and there are some other smaller companies who will file your income tax. Now, you have to be careful on who you want to file your income tax. And the best way to really do it is learn how to look at your own income tax. If you don't have any itemized deductions, then you just file the old 1040EZ. Now, if you have itemized deductions, file a 1040A. You can also attach a Schedule C with the 1040A if you have a business on the side, because more or less you will take the itemized deductions. Now, the standard deduction this year is still $6,300. So if you don't have any itemized deductions, you're going to take the $6,300. If you have itemized deductions that are greater than $6,300, take the itemized deductions. The reason why you do that, because it will lower your AGI. Now, I've been asked, well, how come the Where's My Refund website didn't allow me to put my information in after I was up there this morning and this afternoon a couple of times? Well, here's the answer to that. The Where's My Refund website gets a lot of hits. So you get a limited amount of time on that website before you get a prompt that tells you you've already utilized Where's My Refund? Come back in 24 hours. Now, to cut all the nonsense out, if you have an Android or you have an Apple phone, go ahead and download the app called IRS To Go. I like IRS To Go because you have 3 steps where you can put your information in. First, you go to your Social Security number, you put that in. Next, you go to the drop-down menu of your tax filing status. If you're single, if you're married, head of household, you fill in that component. And then lastly, you go ahead and put the amount of money that you will be receiving. And it must be exact. If it's not exact, you're going to have an error. And it's not going to process for you. And the reason why you want to put the exact, because once you put everything in and hit submit, there's going to be a bar, long bar. It's broken down into 3 segments. It's refund accepted, refund approved, and then when they're going to send the refund out. Now, when you file, I like to utilize the applications, but have direct deposit. You will get it much faster because you can file using all of the applications and still require or request mail. Mail is going to take you a lot longer. Make sure before you file it's correct, because you don't want to amend your tax refund because it's going to take you longer to get. That means it's got to go through the process again. So, that being stated, can your refund again be used as income? No, it can't. Like I said, it's a refund from the IRS. It's your money, and the more claimants you have, the more money you get during a year. The less claimants you have, the more taxes. It's almost like a savings, but it really isn't. The IRS just holds that money, and that money does grow interest. It's like the government investing you to raise their revenue. That's what it is. Now, that being said, when you get your income tax check, there are a lot of businesses out there, and some of them are shady, particularly these car dealers. They're going to advertise where you can take your tax refund check and put it on a down payment for a car. Be wary of that. Rent to own. Be careful of that organization. Now, I'm not saying that they're there to rip everybody off, but if you see the rent to owns and these buy here, pay here dealers, they seem to be in the poorer sections. Why? Because individuals who are basically poor aren't really educated enough to understand how the system works, so they're going to be taken for a ride. I don't want that to happen. So if you're going to go to a car dealer, look at the car first. Don't tell them you have a tax refund, because they're going to try to schmooze you into buying a car from them. Don't do it. Also, something else you need to know. You're going to have a lot of scammers calling you, impersonating themselves as some FBI agent, saying that if you don't pay us your income tax money, we're going to come and arrest you. Red flag. We're not a debtor society, so they can't come and arrest you for debt. Second of all, they can get in trouble because they're impersonating a federal agency. That's against the law. That's like impersonating a police officer. Sometimes you have to play their game and call them back, because I have done that. And I said, this is Agent Leon Jones, and I gave him a badge number. The call stopped. I don't play that. It's my tax money, and they will call you 3 and 4 times, and it's usually some type of person with a foreign accent. It's a scam. It's just like the payday loan scam. So be on the lookout for that. Also, when you get your income tax refund check, save some of it after you pay your bills. I know a lot of us in the African American community, we talk more about social issues, particularly on the black sector of YouTube, but we don't talk about money management. See, this is what makes me different. A big social issue that we have is we lack money management skills. Save some of that money you get. Now, let me move on and tell you what's taking so long for some individuals to get their tax refund check back. Well, if you're getting some type of earned income credit, that means you have children, they're going to delay it a little bit. They want to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and all the numbers are right. But be patient. You will get your tax refund check. Now, the way the IRS has it set up, they give you an estimate of 3 weeks from the time it's accepted to the time you receive your check, but it is coming. So check the IRS To Go app once a day. You check the Where's My Refund site once a day. That's all you need to do. But so many people are going on to the Where's My Refund site. What it does, it just slows it down. A lot of people are very impatient. The system is slow. I'll tell you, it's funny when you deal with government. When they want something from you, they'll put out all kinds of measures to get money from you. But when you want your own money back, you're watching paint dry. What your income tax check is coming. Also, when you get your check again, I want to get back on it. Make sure that everything you look at on your check is right. Make sure. because they're individuals who don't have garnishments and they weren't getting the right amount on their check. Again, you have a lot of individuals who are trying to scam you for your money. And the businesses, if you drive down the street, they're going to advertise you can use your income tax check to buy a car, to buy a cell phone, to buy a computer. Just watch yourself. You don't want to get involved with that. You want to take your income tax check, pay yourself first, then pay the bills you need. Remember, it is your money. Don't spend your money foolishly. That's what a lot of us in the African American community do. Now, if you're going to college, you can use some of that to pay your tuition. If you have a car payment to make or a cell phone bill, again, use that for some of your bills. The income tax check does help at this time. But just remember, do not cater to anybody that's trying to scam you. You're going to get the calls, like I said. And some of the calls you're going to get are going to be rude calls. People threatening you. If you listen to this video, I will tell you, we're not, again, I'm going to repeat myself. We are not a debtor's society. So you will not be arrested for a debt. And if they're impersonating somebody, you can have them arrested. Because you're going to have a lot of numbers. Usually they're 800 numbers. There may be cell phones that they're using from different areas. Maybe not in the United States. It's like the payday loan scam. And how do they get your numbers? First of all, when you go online and you put information, and you have people who track what you do. You don't know it, but you do. This is why I urge everybody to have separate email addresses. You have one personal, one business. You have to have these precautionary measures. Because if you don't, you're going to get scammed. I remember I was scammed for a $5,000 bill. They got my address wrong and my name wrong. But somehow the bill came to my house. It was a $5,000 bill from T-Mobile. I don't even have T-Mobile. Had to get a police report. That was stopped. So you have these little scams going on. I'm going to get into some other videos about safety, because a lot of us aren't really conscious of what's going on around us. You should always be conscious of what's going on around you. Too many of us pay attention to our cell phones. We're looking down, the cars passing. There have been a lot of hit and runs that I have heard on the news. There are a lot of individuals texting while they're driving. I know I live here in Indiana, in the road, I'm going to call it Death Alley. If you're traveling from Portage all the way out to South Bend, US 20, particularly down there by Fail Road, F-A-I-L Road, there's always some accident going on in that area or on that segment of US 20, because people are racing down the street trying to get from point A to point B. But again, this video isn't about that, but I will take care of that in another video when we talk about safety measures. But what I want everybody to understand is your income tax refund check is not income. Number two, you will not get your entire income tax check if you have garnishments that involve child support, guaranteed student loans, or unemployment compensation. Also, again, beware the calls you're going to get. Individuals are going to try to scare you to give it in so you can give them your income tax check. They're going to say you owe the IRS. First of all, how are you going to owe the IRS? They would already send you a document in the mail if you owe the IRS. That's another aspect that you have to watch. and you get some calls on Saturday. The IRS is not open on Saturday. Just giving you a bit of this information this morning so you'll be aware of what's coming down the pike. But make sure you invest some of that refund money, because you might think $10,000 is a lot of money. If you're poor, it is a lot of money. But $10,000, depending on what you buy, it can go fast, and you'll be back to square one. And in the African American community, we have to stop being so materialistic. We buy what we need. Occasionally, we buy what we want, but we need to be better money managers. Stop trying to be something that you're not. You don't need the brand name clothes. You can look good without the brand name clothes. What you need to do is save some money for a rainy day. Learn about credit. I do teach about credit on this channel. I did a video on credit. I did a video on how to handle debt collection agencies. And again, you got to listen to the information, because I'm here to provide it so you have an understanding of what goes on in the system, because it is wicked. But with the IRS, when it comes to your refund check, just remember, that's your money. Spend it wisely, because if you don't, you got to wait another year to file taxes again. Also, before you file, make sure you check everything thoroughly. You have all the paperwork to back up the numbers that you're coming out with, because you don't want to amend your income tax return. It is frustrating, because again, you got to go through the process again. So what I'm trying to tell you, when you file your income taxes, do it right the first time, because that's all you need. And that's it. Again, I want to tell you all, hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Work smart, not hard. Be inspirational and spiritual. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show for this day, Sunday, April 2nd, 2017. You can tune into the 411 Talk Zone radio show every Saturday. That's right. It's on Saturdays now. First episode will premiere next Saturday. Time is going to be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. The topic is already set up. You want to get in on the call. Yes, call-in number is 215-383-5785. And if you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube, so I can continue to give you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Now, on this channel, I do not engage in controversy, debating, or emotional issues, nor do I participate in drama or unnecessary bickering. That's counterproductive. The object of my channel is to teach. I'm like a professor. I'm giving you my analysis, my experiences, and I encourage thoughtful participation. So, what I'm trying to tell you, you get the reality and you get the optimism. You must be positive, because we're already in the black community seeing enough negativity. I'm trying to raise your awareness so you'll be productive in society where you don't have to struggle. And I want everybody to check out that video I did yesterday regarding Lithonia, Georgia, the coming of a new black Wall Street. The link is in Facebook. That should give prospective black entrepreneurs optimism to start a business. I've already started a business. I have an engineering firm. Anybody in the Chicagoland area wants to work with me, we can build our own Black Wall Street out here. I'll give you my email address in a few minutes. But I'm giving you this information because knowledge is power. If you have a business, a topic, or a new YouTube channel that you would like for me to discuss on YouTube or Blog Talk Radio. That's right, Blog Talk Radio. Here's the information. You can email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Once again, that is lej6521@gmail.com. And if you have a comment, please leave it in the comment section under the video. But make sure that your comments are pithy, no bloviating, pettifogging, or filibustering. If you wish to opine, that's it for this video. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones, and remember, please be gentle and respectful to each other, and have a wonderful and blessed day.